CN Tower is seen from the waters of Lake Ontario, along with the rest of beautiful downtown Toronto, our setting today. Welcome, fans. Thanks for joining us for this Friday night edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. We'll watch the Toronto Raptors in this one as they go up against the Boston Celtics. Chris Webber's joining us at the broadcast table alongside Greg Anthony and David Aldridge on the sideline. This is Kevin Harlan. Hey, Dave.
Well, guys, Kemba Walker is a multiple-time All-Star. But from his first seasons in the league, stardom was not assured. Even he said, "I never saw myself playing at this level. There were times I didn't know if I even belonged in the NBA. I guess you could say I'm surprised." Now, Kevin, every player has those doubts at the beginning, but few overcome them the way Kemba has.
David, he's come a long way. Thank you. And now the opening lineup for Boston. Walker and Smart, the guards. Brown, the small forward, with Tatum holding down the 4 spot. And it's Tice in at the center, locking down the middle. And for Toronto, Anunoby and Siakam in at the forward slots. Fred VanVleet out there with Lowry, and it's Ibaka in at the center position. Looking at league trends, do you miss the physicality of years past, which was so much a part of the time that you played?
I do, Kev. I do miss the physical game. I miss the bumping, the grinding outside in there in the paint. But I also love the new game and the spacing. You know, you can appreciate the game so much more. It's like going to a ballet and being able to see the movement of the players, what they're doing out here. And so I love the fact it's not hampered by guys getting thrown to the floor and grabbed. Do like the physical play, though. I just want to find a happy medium.
And that's Lowry's shot right there. Always looking to capitalize from that range.
Tatum passes to Tice. Back to Tatum. Now the Raptors moving it up. A floater. He takes it up and lays it in.
Oh, even from that range, the floater is one of the toughest shots in the game.
Walker the pass to Tatum. Over Siakam. Tatum's shot is off. It's been a quick start here for Toronto. It's a 5-point game. Siakam against Walker. And the shot goes in from Siakam.
His offensive skill set is off the charts. He has more than a few ways to punish.
Outside, Walker. Siakam against Tatum. Shot to stop the run. That one a little long. Raptors have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. Siakam misses.
When the D forgets about him on the perimeter, they're playing with fire. Lucky they don't get burned here.
Tatum's shot is off.
Some very aggressive defense to prevent the easy lay-in.
Down low. It's stolen by Tice. Walker dishes to Tatum. Nice ball movement by Boston. Brown, good.
Well, how about the quickness of that release? Brown just draining that catch-and-shoot jumper with ease. Well, that's 3 straight German League titles for Daniel Tice. I mean, before he made his NBA debut at the age of 24, he's an athletic two-way player, and he's shown he belongs.
It's good.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you had to bring much faster help than that.
Now, here's Siakam. He had a 27-point outing in their last game against Utah.
Yeah, and don't forget about his passing. I mean, he didn't forget about his teammates. He was spreading the ball all over the floor.
And last season, Daniel Tice shooting over 40% from long range, and Chris over 75% around the rim.
Yeah, Kevin, when you call that great efficiency, both inside and out. New contract this summer to reward his terrific play.
And you can tell the defender not anticipating the step back. He was headed in the opposite direction.
Lowry finds Ibaka. Back to Lowry. Lays it in without an inch of room around him. Lowry's got his second basket of the night.
A veteran guard with a knack for penetrating defenses. Lowry can pretty much get any shot he wants.
Now here's Walker. 11 points for him in that last game against the Bucks in Milwaukee. Over to the left wing. Uncovered, and the Raptors tack on 2 more.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Last game for the Raptors, they picked up the W against the Utah Jazz. And the pass to Tice. Back to Walker. Tatum against Siakam. The shot from 20 feet away. Tatum's shot is off.
He has to work harder to get a good high percentage look. I mean, he's been taking some bad shots.
Lowry can't get it to go. Celtics trail by 6. Walker in the corner. Over Lowry. Boston, no good that time either. The Raptors have gone 6 of 9, shooting it well. Here's Siakam. It's in. That's his 3rd field goal of the game. He's 3 for 5.
And I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Here's Tatum. The shot's good on the assist by Walker.
And you can't leave guys open around Walker, I'll tell you that. He sees when the defense is overcommitted.
Now here's Van Vliet, guarded by Walker. Van Vliet kicks to Ibaka. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. Toronto shooting their first free throws of the game right now.
Shoot 2.
No good on that one.
One of the best free throw shooting bigs in the league, but that wasn't always the case for Ibaka. He has put in a ton of work.
Looking at who's out there now for the Celtics. Enes Kanter comes in for Daniel Tice. And Gordon Hayward is subbed in for Smart. And the second free throw, good. Well, it was the Raptors winning their last game against the Jazz in Salt Lake City. Walker finds Hayward. And again, Boston with the triple.
And the way Hayward measures the 3-ball, that's just textbook form. I mean, great balance. He's got this shot down pat.
Walker against Lowry. Pass to Siakam. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Siakam's got 8.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
And Walker, with his great balance and coordination, is very smooth transitioning into the pull-up.
Pascal Siakam getting it done for Toronto. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And Serge Ibaka talked about his skill set. Now it complements Kyle Lowry and Pascal Siakam and what he brings to the team.
Bringing my defense toughness, my experience playing with those 2 guys, one of the best in the game right now, and then helping those 2 here, and with my experience, what I learned, I think I can help the team a lot, energy, and both hands on the floor.
And really, Ibaka is a seasoned veteran now, a terrific role player known for his defense.
And Ibaka knows his role and plays it well.
And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. What do you guys think about the Raptors here in this one?
Impressive start. They came in with a well-conceived game plan and have executed.
Yeah, this is their preferred pace, and it's gotten them out to an early lead.
On the court for the Celtics, second quarter underway. Walker and Brown, they're manning the backcourt. Enes Kanter is out there with Ojala. And it's Hayward in at the 3, the small forward. On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Kyle Lowry is hard-nosed, as we all know, and if you ask him, it comes from his upbringing in Philadelphia. Lowry said, "A Philly player is what a basketball player is. We played on concrete. You got to be mentally tough. You're not trying to be athletic. You get hit the wrong way, you run into a metal pole." And Kevin, that's what made him, from Philly to Villanova to Toronto to an NBA champion.
I don't know about running into the metal pole, but that sounds painful. But he's certainly as tough as he can be. David, thank you. Boston making a switch here. Wanamaker's checked in. Van Fans broadcasters love to see teams get out and attack in transition. Would you like to see the league crack down on intentional fouls that will halt that break, around that break, stifle that break?
No, because the home fans or the fans of the team that's fouling doesn't want that team to get out and get an easy 2 points. I mean, we still have to have defense in the game, so anything that takes away from teams scoring, you just can't say, well, we want to watch them score, don't do it. No. And very honestly, if you're an unselfish team, usually on those breaks, it's usually because the player holds the ball too right. Usually they have another open player in front of them that they could pass it up to. And if you're an unselfish team, usually you'll still give the fans what they want. And that's a crazy highlight on the break.
Here's Wanamaker. Following the basket by Pascal Siakam. Shot's good by Walker.
Well, that's a shot that Walker has made throughout his career. He continues to do damage from this area.
Pass to Siakam. To the paint, stolen by Walker. Beaujolais passes to Wanamaker. Hayward, and there are the Celtics with another basket.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
Davis kicks to Siakam. And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. The shot's good from Gordon Hayward. Hayward's got the lead up to 2 now for Boston.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
This all no good. Boston's gone 3 of 4 from long range in the game. Some firepower from this offense tonight.
Yeah, they got a nice groove going right now offensively. Well, you have to give credit to Kemba Walker, who has always found ways to improve his game year after year. Has worked on that shot and tool set enough where he can now be a handful to defend for any guard.
The first free throw is good. And with Walker, as he has progressed as a player, you know, Greg, so has his leadership.
And Kemba has been a natural leader for so long during his time. When your leader puts in the work that Kemba does, it has to inspire the rest of that roster.
And Toronto making a change here. Boucher is checked in.
And that's another area where he is just a superb player. Excellent at the free throw line.
And they call an illegal screen here. And a look now at the Celtics' upcoming schedule. On Friday, they'll go up against Bradley Beal and the Washington Wizards. Then on Sunday, they'll begin a road trip starting in Chicago against the Bulls. Now here's Hayward. He had 27 points last game. From outside the arc. Good on the three-point shot. Hayward's got 10 points.
Smooth release. Hayward's jumper is beautiful to watch. Everything's in sync.
And the Raptors call time here. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
Hollis Jefferson's checked in for Kyle Lowry.
No matter what looks they get, they just can't convert to stop this run.
No, doing anything they can to stop the bleeding, but so far they've had no answers.
Now here's Hayward over Gasol. Rejected by Gasol.
Trying to challenge Gasol, big-time two-way player. He gets it done on both ends.
Davis dishes to Powell. Trying to get something going. Rebounded by Smart.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
Yeah, you can see why he's established that reputation. Strong understanding of how to defend at the rim.
Now, here's Cantor. He's still scoreless so far in this one. It's good.
Well, that's not the kind of interior defense you want. Way too slow to protect the rim.
And the the Celtics rebounding well this summer. From the loss of Kyrie Irving and Al Horford, Kemba Walker possibly a better fit for this team.
And with their young core, understandable that they didn't want to extend Horford out to age 37. A revamped roster, but I think they remain a contender in the East.
The Raptors making a switch here. Van Vliet's checked in. Toronto on defense. Walker finds Smart. Pass to Williams. To the left side wing. 5 to shoot. Puts one up from 19. That one off the back iron and out.
They know they can't give him that shot. The D's are over him, not even giving him an inch of space.
Celtics leading by 6.
Pick up the pace, get the 2-for-1 here.
If that's how they want to end this quarter, they're going to have to score quickly.
Hollis Jefferson passes to Powell. We've got 13 seconds left in the second quarter. And that one drops for him.
Well, I love the decisiveness from Gasol in that play. It rolls right off the screen with purpose.
Walker with it. Up in time.
Whoa! He gets it off before the horn.
How about that?
Wow, what a way to finish up the quarter.
Every once in a while, a prayer like that somehow finds the net.
And so it's Boston heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. We're shooting the ball so well in this one. A great performance from the field. We've got more in store for you right after this.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny, and a favorite time of the year as we're halfway through one of the first games of this fresh NBA season. We saw Kemba Walker lighting it up in the first half. He had 14 points, 2 assists, and 1 steal. He's clearly shaken off his mediocre performance from their last game as he has been dominant in the first half tonight. Taking a look at the Celtics, Shaq, what do you think?
I'm happy for Kemba Walker. I really am. You know, we've all seen the work he's put in. We knew coming out of college he had the heart of a champion. Now he has the complete game of a champion.
Looking at Toronto, Kenny, your thoughts?
To fall behind like this at home after only one half is upsetting. We're not talking about an insurmountable deficit. We're not talking about a small one either. They're going to have to play a good second half of basketball for a chance to win this.
That's all for now. Say goodbye to the folks. Thanks for joining us. Third quarter, just about ready to begin.
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. What a game we're seeing from Kemba Walker.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And as they can't slow him down, you know what you do? You keep feeding them and feeding them and feeding them. This is the right game plan.
Celtics leading by 7. Siakam and Ibaka, the duo down low. Lowry out there with Fred VanVleet. And it's Anunoby in at the 3 spot. That's Nick Nurse's 5 as we get into the second half. A nice shot by Tatum. Tatum's got the first points of the second half up on the board for the Celtics.
Attacking the painted area. That's where Tatum can use his height and length most effectively.
Guys, you talk about players coming in and with a huge impact. Jason Tatum showed he was more than ready to be an NBA star.
Where do you see a player as polished and as impactful as Tatum? Stepped right in to be one of the top players on a top team with Boston. Fits their system perfectly, and really the sky is the limit for that young man.
So it's the Celtics now, after the Raptors pick up 2. The Celtics working the ball around now. 6 to shoot. Lets it go. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. Tatum's got the lead up to 9 now for the Celtics. Outside Lowry. Siakam. Siakam outside. Rebounded by the Celtics. Walker looking for an opening, and the foul called on OG Anunoby. That is his first foul of the game. Third quarter of play with just over a minute and a half gone by.
Yeah, and he plays a lot bigger than that 6-foot frame would suggest. Lowry is just a bundle of energy out there.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, after 5 years as an assistant in Toronto, last season Nick Nurse moved to head coach of the Raptors, and the team responded, winning the franchise's first NBA championship. Nurse has been at this for 3 decades. He got his first head coaching position at the age of 23. And he has moved all throughout basketball, both domestically and abroad, guiding 15 teams in 5 different countries. After winning it all last year, Kevin, he's finally made it to the top.
David, he sure has a long and winding journey. Thank you. And the first one at the line is good. There's more and more we're seeing star players give their sneakers to fans at the end of games. Did you ever do that?
Oh, yeah, man. Especially when I was with Dada, I would give a pair of shoes away after every game.
Oh, great.
I really love doing it on the road. At home is really cool, but on the road is great because that's where you know that fan braved all those other fans and the elements to wear your jersey and to be the only one there. So you look for that kid. I used to look for the kid with the number 4 Weber jersey and be like, hey, kid, I know what you went through to wear that tonight. You make sure you go home with these bragging rights. Tell them these are fresh from the game when we beat your team, baby.
Yeah, that's a neat way to connect. Anunoby in the corner. Outside Lowry. Shoots over Walker. And again, Toronto no luck.
It's still early, but a 1-for-4 start to the half, that's a bad sign if you ask me. If they've got a can't-miss play, now's the time to break the glass and pull it out.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
Van Vliet kicks to Ibaka. Good, and Van Vliet gets the assist.
And the lean frame of Ibaka taking the punishment, but still converting the basket. Toughness.
Walker dishes to Tatum. And the rejection by Ibaka. Lowry against Walker. Now, here's Lowry. He's guarded closely, and the layup's good off the glass.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grinded-out game.
The pass to Tice. Tatum on the wing. Lets the 3 fly. Basket number 5 goes in. He's now 5 of 12 from the floor.
Yeah, the D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And the most improved player in the league last season, Pascal Siakam, got better in every statistical category.
And it's those diamond-in-the-rough players that so often elevate the top teams. And, Greg, that's what the Raptors found in Pascal Siakam.
No doubt. The 27th pick back in 2016, now a full-time starter on a rookie contract, just over $2 million this season. He is due for a big raise.
And he makes the first. Some changes for Toronto. Marcus All's checked in for Ibaka. Norman Powell comes in for OG Anunoby. Deibys is subbed in for Kyle Lowry. The Celtics also changing it up. Cantor comes in for Daniel Tice. And Gordon Haywards is subbed in for Marcus Smart. Siakam hits them both.
Wow, they've made every free throw here in the second half.
Walker the pass to Tatum. Brown with it. Guarded by Powell. Back to Tatum. Celtics passing it around. There's Brown with the three. That falls. Nice feed that time from Walker. Walker's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. To the wing right side. Here's Siakam. And again, no good by Toronto.
Jesus surprises anyone with that miss. When he's left alone like that, you can usually count him.
Here's Tatum. The shot from the low post is good. Tatum's got the lead up to 12 now for the Celtics.
He's been a different player since halftime, coming on strong now.
There's the double team with Walker, stolen by Cantor. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And Brown throws it down hard.
What speed in transition. Brown just slashing down the court for the high percentage shot.
And so Van Vliet will bring it up for the Toronto Raptors. And at home for the next game, it'll be Detroit pulling into town. They'll find themselves in the middle of this string of 3 straight at home. Now, here's Siakam. 13 points in the game. Count the basket.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and coach knows it.
And that's why they're running plays for him. They're getting him the ball and letting him go to work.
And so it's the Boston Celtics with a 14-point lead as we bring the quarter to a close. They've had such great ball movement and shot selection, and it's led to a terrific field goal percentage. And we'll be right back after this. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, it's also called making a good read, understanding where everyone is and taking full advantage. Fantastic.
And with the 4th quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Okay, now let's reset our lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this 4th quarter. On the court right now for the Celtics, Tatum and Cantor together down low. Brown and Hayward, they're the wing. And it's Walker in at the 1 spot. Now here's Tatum. Shot clock at 6. Back to Walker. Beyond the arc. No good that time. And it's the Raptors taking it the other way. Past the Powell. Now here's Van Vliet, guarded by Walker. Van Vliet passes to Gasol. Outside for Deibys. Passes it to Powell. Launches a 3. Rebound Boston. Tatum's got 5 rebounds tonight. Hayward dishes to Walker. Now here's Tatum, covered by Van Vliet. And there's the bucket from Tatum.
He's been a different guy here in the second half. His shooting percentage far better than it was before the break. They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Pass to Van Vliet. That one misses. So the Celtics will take it the other way. Deibys against Tatum. It's stolen by Deibys. The shot, no good. Great D that time from Tatum. Celtics leading by 16. Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the 4th. Shoots a fader. Powell pulls it in.
Does a good job just to get the shot off clean. Even if he can't knock it down, the fadeaway is really his only choice.
And good that time.
He's out there on an island all by himself. I mean, good job to stay cool and drain.
Now here's Walker. He's tightly guarded, and too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Hollis Jefferson's checked in for the Raptors. Boston also with the sub. Marcus Smart's checked in for Gordon Hayward. Raptors trail by 14. Some solid defense from Brown.
The D hanging tough and stopping what would normally have been easy lay.
Smart on the wing. The dish to Tatum. Brown outside. There's always at least one joker on every roster. Who was the funniest guy, Chris, you ever played alongside?
Oh, man. By far is Jay Will. Jay Will, White Chocolate. He was the funniest before the game, after the game, during the game. He would, you know, it'd be a bad call by a ref or something. He'd say something to the ref would laugh and pat him on the butt. I mean, he was, he's a funny guy. He's somewhere right now telling jokes, having somebody laugh and fall out on the floor. It was just his personality. A hard worker, but he definitely was the joker on the court.
Now, here's Tatum. Dishes it to Walker. Here's Smart. That falls. Nice feed that time from Walker. Walker's got assist number 5 here tonight.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
And it's not about running up the score. It's about closing the door on any kind of comeback.
And the Raptors call time here. They're trailing by 16. 1:32 left in the 4th quarter. And now the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Kemba Walker.
And the way he's made his mark with his work inside, he's just been a slasher tonight. Always moving, getting to the basket at will, and just seemingly taking advantage of a D that was reluctant to get in his way.
Teams need contributions from everybody to win on the road, not just the stars. And he's done more than his share tonight. An outstanding performance. Here's Ibaka. Gets to the rim for 2 with the D all over him.
Yeah, with a hand in his face, no less. Inside, Ibaka uses his long arms to convert through the contact.
Tatum against Siakam. Another shot. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
I mean, even from over here, you could see that one pretty clearly.
Moves on moves. Greg, that's Jason Tatum.
I mean, this guy's a natural isolation scorer. Jab steps, crossovers, turnarounds, fadeaways. He's got an awful lot in his bag.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And that one falls for Tatum. Yes, there is that transition from being a player to retirement. It can be a challenge for some. What were the keys that you found in succeeding at that?
Well, first I think is adjusting to the fact you don't have the same schedule. You don't have a physical release that you used to have. You miss the locker room and the camaraderie with all the guys, and so you miss the culture. But secondly, I would say take all the lessons that you learned, and for me this was big, from sports and use them in business. So in business, I became a rookie in other areas. I found a Chris Mullin type in business. I found a Latrell Sprewell type, guys that would mentor you, guys that you would play on their team. Humble yourself, get back to it, get to practice, get to meetings early, stay at practice late, stay at meetings, and be the last one that leaves, and just take the culture of basketball, infuse that athletic personality into the personality of whatever you go into next, and you can use those tenets to have a wonderful retirement and really enjoy it. So for me, it's been awesome. And by the way, I've had twins, and so since retiring, and that'll keep you just as busy as it was you were playing. So you can find ways to keep that same lifestyle.
That's right, and some sound advice too. Here's Tatum following the basket by Pascal Siakam. Siakam against Tatum. Down to 5 on the shot clock. For the 3, drains it from beyond the arc.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
Oh, Greg, that's the dagger. You could tell they wanted that one. I know that seals the deal.
And there's the pass to Anunoby. Good, and Van Vliet gets the assist.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, these days, so much emphasis on the perimeter game, but you can see why after that sequence.
And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win, but one they'll feel very good about.
And let's face it, anytime you can go on the road and win in the fashion they did, you have to feel good about it. Really an outstanding effort all the way around.
And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Chris Webber, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. See you next time.